What's up, y'all? Today I will be showing you guys how I wash and clean my brushes and my beauty blenders. For my brushes, I swear by this cleansing mat. I believe this one was like $1, and I think Sigma Beauty also has a similar mat. This one has a lot of textures to ensure that you're cleansing your brushes to the max, and I love that it has suction cups so that the mat can stay in place while you're cleansing your brushes. It's very easy to store, and when I am done with it, I usually roll it up when it's dry and put it away. I use 2 hand towels, one for the brushes and one for the beauty blenders, and you'll see how I use them later. So we start by putting the mat on the sink and pressing down on the suction cup so it can hold. And I like to start with my smaller brushes first, and then I continue on with my big fluffier brushes. Lastly, I wash my beauty blenders, and that's the process. What you will need is some dish soap. I like Palmolive, I think that's how you say that. And that's really the only thing that I use. To begin cleaning my brushes, I like to get the mat wet a little bit, so I just use my hand to throw some water into it. And I grab the dish soap and I do 1 or 2 pumps of soap onto the mat. And I'm gonna start with my first brush, which I've clearly used on hot pink eyeshadow. And I'm just going to get it a little wet so it can be ready for soap. And I start swirling it onto the mat. And I like to start with the smaller bumps first and work my way around the mat to the bigger bumps, and therefore making sure that it is never pushed really hard onto the mat, because it is not good for the life of a brush. You're just doing light swirls and it is getting cleaned. And now that the makeup has been removed, we just need to rinse it out. And we grab some water, rinse the mat, and then redo it one more time, and this is to get the excessive soap in the brush out. And just go over the patterns, keeping that light touch on the brush. And what I'm gonna do now is I grab some water and I just throw some over the brush. I don't like to dip my whole brush into water because that will loosen up the glue of the bristles of the brush, and that is not good. I like to do this method so that the bristles can stay intact for a long time. So I just really just use my hands to rinse it. And there's my first brush all cleaned up. Ta-da! And to dry, I just lay it on that hand towel that I put on the side of the mat, and I put it down, and I'm ready to move on to the next brush. For cleaning my beauty blenders, I like to fill the sink with a little bit of water and really get all the beauty blenders wet. Then I'll grab the dish soap and I'll do like a pump and a half, just enough dish soap on each beauty blender. Then I'll grab the first one and I will rub it between my hands as a form of quote unquote washing it, and I rinse it every now and then, and I do the same thing over and over until I'm satisfied with how clean the beauty blender is. This method is similar to the microwave method, except there's no container and there's no heat. But this is basically the heatless microwave method, except it's in a sink. And I'm basically just repeating what I did with the orange beauty blender with the rest of the beauty blenders in the sink. And once you have washed all of your beauty blenders, you can let that water go and just rinse every beauty blender one by one and kind of wring it with your hands gently so that you don't rip it, and lay it flat to dry on the second hand towel that we took out. And you just repeat this with the rest of the beauty blenders until they're all laying flat and drying. And this is my method of how I clean my beauty blenders. I'm sure there are many other ways to clean them, but this is just what I found that works for me. And if you wash your beauty blenders or brushes in any other way, please feel free to drop a comment below and let us all know so that maybe we can try them. I know I'm always looking for better ways to clean and keep my beauty blenders nice and clean for every use. So this is basically how I clean them. This is what my brushes and beauty blenders look at the end of the cleaning process. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Feel free to drop down any other suggestions below, and see you guys next time. Bye.